What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23-1. And today I was not going to be making a video, but I got a huge update on rapper Mike. Old Grizzy found him. He found him in the middle of the belly of the beast. And where he's at is absolutely insane. And how he got there as well. Coffee Jank. If you want one of these mugs, my wife has it on her Teespring page, as well as Compound 23-1 or 24/7 merchandise. Put that right out there for y'all to see. But look, I'm gonna tell you a story too that might give you a little input on my character. Okay, but first let me tell you exactly what's going on with rapper Mike. Man, look, you got to put yourself in this man's shoes. All right, he's had a rough life. Okay. You know, he's like 4'1". I mean, people look at him as a little person, okay, as a midget. And that's rough enough as it is. That's rough enough as it is. I'll never forget when I first met him in jail. He came into my cell. Let's just say he was one character that I would never forget out of many of people. And you also got to remember he grew up in a pretty rough area out there in Norfolk. I don't know if anybody knows about that area, but it's rough out there, you know what I mean? And he ain't never had that much money. The best stuff. He walks funny. He has a bone problem, whereas his legs, just looks funny. You know what I mean? Can you imagine the stuff that he's went through in his life, going to school, probably bullies, being picked on, and let alone not having money. If you ain't got money in some schools, I mean, people will joke you just because you don't have cool shoes or cool pants. And him being so tiny, man, I can only imagine what he's been through. You know what I mean? Not everyone has a great, blessed life, and people need to take the stuff that they have, like just simple things as being, over 5 feet tall, as a blessing. Because there's individuals out here growing up, man, they got some serious problems physically and mentally. Just count your blessings, But anyways, this dude went into jail, Chesapeake jail. He got transferred to Hampton Roads Regional. We found out he is on probation still. He didn't get off probation, so chances are if he's found guilty for these charges, which is threatening arson or threatening to create or a bomb or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly how it was stated, but it's 2 of these felony charges. If he's found guilty for them, he ain't gonna duck the penitentiary this time, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to the pen. And I don't even want to imagine old rapper Mike in the penitentiary. At least not in the penitentiaries around here. So that's horrible news right there in itself. But Grizzy, like I said, he has his job where he does laundry. And he goes to every block throughout the whole jail and gives people laundry. So when I told him that he was in Hampton Roads Regional Jail, he ended up going to try to find him. And he found him. Okay? He found him first, and he got word from a correctional officer that when he came into booking, to get his shots and stuff like that, and talk to the psych doctor, he was being very uncooperative. And I can see that. He was being very uncooperative, so they threw him in the hole. You know what I mean? He didn't want to get his shots done or anything, so they threw him in the hole. And while he was in the hole, turns out the inmates in there wanted to kill him. He was rapping day and night, they said. He's a rapper for life, man. Old rapper Mike. Grizzy said that dude was rapping day and night, keeping people up, talking crap to other individuals, man. It's easy to talk trash when you're in a hole behind a cell, but, like I said, rapper Mike, man, he has some mental problems, it could be just normalities to him, but in other people's eyes, he could be bat crap crazy, but he was in the hole rapping it up nonstop, so the CO moved him out. They moved him out. They threw him in the psych block. In the psych block. And when Grizzy found out he was in the psych block, he tried to give him some, some stuff to help his time out. And when rapper Mike saw him when he was in the hole, Grizzy said he had the biggest smile. Look, he had the biggest smile you ever seen him have, And he said that he thought that rapper Mike was sitting on his bunk because he could see through the window or whatever. He thought he was sitting on his bunk reading the paper, but it turned out he was standing up. He said he went up the window. He thought he was sitting down on the bunk because he was so low to the ground. But it turned out he was standing up. Oh man, I can see Grizzy in there right now talking stuff to old rapper Mike, man. It's crazy how they ended up being in the same jail and Grizzy having the job that he has in order to talk to this individual, man. They moved him to the psych block, and Grizzy said there's about 2 or 3 other little people in that block. But you know, usually in some compounds, let's say you go to another place, dudes like him, little people, man, sometimes they'll throw them in protective custody just for the simple fact they know without a doubt in their mind that they're going to be taken advantage of. And if he goes to the penitentiary, any of the prisons I've seen, I pray for him, man. You know what I mean? I'm really going to be worried for rapper Mike if he goes up the road to any of those kind of prisons. But anyways, on a good note, I sent him a bunch of food last night. Okay, I sent him a bunch of food. And I'm going to leave his information pinned in the comment section below if you feel as though you want to write him or whatever the case is. I sent him a bunch of food, man. It's like two care packages. It's on icaregift.com or something like that. I sent him 2 care packages, $100 care packages with like 100 soups, a bunch of coffee, candy bars, all chips. I mean, the biggest packs they have, I ordered 2 of them. So he, in a couple days, and he's in the psych block, so he ain't got to worry about anyone taking his stuff, hopefully. Grizzy said he'd be alright, send him that much stuff, because they don't let people walk around like, you know, an open population. But I'm strapping him up, you know what I mean? He's going to be eating like a boss here shortly. I know he is just going to be completely ecstatic when he sees someone bring 2 huge Christmas bags of food to his cell. And I wish I could record it, man. And you know, everything works out so crazy. You know, 10 years ago, that man never knew me. He stepped into a cell with me. About 5-6 years down the road, I find him on the streets. He gets in the YouTube business with me. Another year down the road, he's back in jail and he's getting strapped like the feds with canteen food, all because he stepped in a cell with me 10 years ago. Some people you meet ain't worth a shit. A lot of them, ladies and gentlemen, ain't worth nothing. And some people you meet, it's like finding a diamond in the rough. And you know I don't know any of y'all from Adam. You know, I try to talk to everyone as best as I can. I get emails and stuff on a regular basis. But I feel connected to a lot of y'all. You know what I mean? I know without a doubt in my mind I can reach out to at least a few hundred of y'all that I've talked to. And if I really need a place to stay, I know y'all would open up your doors to me. If I ran out of money for rent, I know I can depend on some of my viewers to help me out. And that is absolutely amazing to me. It's something that still to this day shocks me. That I have audience members that got my back, man. You know what I mean? They got my back and they support me 100% without even freaking meeting me. Cats I've known my whole life wouldn't do nothing for me if shit hit the fan. So I want to salute to every last one of y'all, man. For real, from the bottom of my heart, my family's heart. Everything that you do for me, my family, and this channel, it doesn't go unnoticed. And I promise you will be rewarded in this life or the next. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Always remember that. That's the key to life. Anyways, I told you I was going to tell you all a little story about my character. You know, how I was a little bit in prison. I think I might have said this in a live stream, but check it out. I was in this prison, level 2 prison. It was laid back, but it was wild. You know what I mean? It was laid back, but wild at the same time. You didn't have to worry about anybody stabbing you, but you definitely had to worry about them young buck gang members stealing your stuff and beating you up. You know what I mean? That just the minor dangers in the penitentiary. But as far as someone taking your life, you didn't really have to worry about that too much in a level 2 prison. But one thing I remember, and someone asked me, they said, hey man, do you tell people that you're a gamer in prison? Well, this is going to answer your question as well. You know, before you leave that prison, okay, the whole prison, once you get down to 10 months, you got to go across the yard. It's called a re-entry program. They teach you stuff, you know, you got to go to some classes, learn how to write checks and stuff like that just to get you ready to be reintegrated into the streets. A lot of people, you know, made use of it. And a lot of people just did what they did to get in and out and go back to the streets. and do the same old crap they've always done. As for me, I already knew how to write checks and stuff like that, so I didn't really take it too serious. But in the end of this program, you know, the dorm, okay, every time someone left, in the morning time, they would make everyone sit, grab their chairs from their bunks, because we were in this dorm and everyone has a chair, a piece, sitting next to their bunk. So they made us all grab our chairs and line them up. And the inmate that was leaving, or inmates, they had to sit in front of everybody and tell them what they learned or say whatever last words they wanted to say to the inmates. You know, it was kind of funny, but at the same time, it wasn't nothing wrong with it. Hearing people say a speech, especially when it's in front of a bunch of other individuals, convicts, criminals, it's interesting to hear what they would say. You know, a lot of people said some very wise things, and other people said the craziest things, because the inmates ran this place, believe it or not. Even though they let people, you know, they made people go up there and line up, there would be them inmates like, man, I can't wait to go to the strip club and drop thousands, you know, stupid speeches. And I must say mine, I wouldn't say it's stupid, it was truthful. You know, it was truthful, but at the same time, I had everybody laughing. It wasn't really too realistic. And I don't remember it word for word, but I'm going to try to say it the best way that I can. And remember, this answers the question that I said someone asked me in the comment section. I went up there and I said, you know, with all the wars in this world, killing, robbery, and all the famine-stricken countries, and all the people that I used to know and everyone that has left me behind in the dust, and you know, there's only a handful of things that I can honestly say that I could depend on, you know. Family, of course, my faith. But this particular thing has been there since I was very young. It's never turned its back on me. It's never lied to me. It's never let me down. It's always there when I need it. It's always there to keep me out of trouble. It's always there to entertain me. And that is the PlayStation, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see it. Y'all see the PlayStation logos. That's right, that's what I said, leaving the penitentiary. I had everyone dying laughing. I was like, man, I can't wait. I was making an uproar all week because I remember at Call of Duty, a new one was coming out and I was going to be out for it. I couldn't wait, man. You know? Biggest gang out there. PS4 gang. I can always depend on my homies out there in the PlayStation Network. And I'm doing a major cleanup on my friends list. And if you're legit trying to get in the mix and play some Duty or whatever the case is, I'm going to leave your PSN name in the comment section below, and I'm going to do my best today to clean it up. You know what I mean? I'm going to take a couple days off from YouTube, because people been saying I'm looking tired and stressed out. Even my dad said it. You know, I was reading it in the comment section, and I was like, nah, man, I don't look tired. They're probably just trolling. Then my dad called me. My dad said, man, you're looking really tired in that video. I said, damn. I said, am I dying or something? YouTube killing me, man. You know what I mean? I went from one video back in the day to my recent video, and I was like, you know what? I am looking pretty damn tired. You know, this Florida trip is going to be, I need it. I need it, man. Any of y'all people out there think you can get up there and make a video on YouTube every day or whatever the case is and be a YouTuber, you don't know what you're about to get yourselves into, ladies and gentlemen. It's a tough industry. But yeah, I'm going to take a couple days off, so don't you fret. I will be back next week before I go on my trip. And that's why I've been dropping so much content here lately, man, you know. But before I go, please do not forget to drop your PSN name in the comment section below. Go check out. Oh, one more major thing. I have a Patreon, okay, and I left a message on it. I got about, I think, 70 patrons, okay, that pay monthly to be a Patreon. But I'm here to tell you this month is going to be my last month having a Patreon. And if I do, it's going to be completely free, because I can't sit here and take y'all's money every month, even if it's just $5. I don't care what it is. I cannot sit here and take y'all's money, and I can't dedicate myself to that platform 100%. I barely have enough time to wash my own ass at the end of the day. But it is what it is. And Patreon is this is probably going to be the last month that I have it going. It's been nice, but I just don't have the time to dedicate 100% to that platform. But Yeah, go check out all my other links, my social media, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. Go check out Teespring. Buy yourself some 23-in-1 merchandise. And anyone in the Orlando area, next weekend I'm going to be out there. Hard Rock Cafe Casino. I will keep you posted on what day and time if you want to come out there and kick it. Play a little blackjack, baby. That's my shot. You know what I mean? But as always, I salute to every last one who's been supporting me since the beginning and everyone who's just now joining the fold.